All right, hey guys, so this video is over quadratic roots. Quadratic roots are the points at which the parabola intersects the x-axis. These are also called zeros, which we've talked about earlier in the year, solutions, and x-intercepts. Okay, so the roots, the quadratic roots, are where your graph intersects the x-axis. The different types of solutions here, you can have two solutions when your parabola crosses at two different points. You can have one solution when it only touches the x-axis at one point, or you can have no solutions where your parabola does not cross the x-axis. Okay, so what you want to do here is you need to be able to graph this. So if you haven't opened up your graphing calculator, you need to do that. You could do it by hand, but it's easier if you just go to a graphing calculator. So you can type this in on your y equals and then get your table of points. Our table of points here are going to be -5, 0, -4, -5, -3, -8, -2, -9, -1, -8, 0, -5, 1, 0. Okay, so after you fill in your table, then you just want to graph those points. So we have -5, 0, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's right here. We have -4, -5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have -3, -8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. -2, -9. -1, -8. 0, -5. And then 1, 0. Okay, two other points that are on your graph. I believe there's some up here, but it's okay. This sums up pretty much what we need to do. So then from here, we are going to connect those points with a line, which is a graph that is called a parabola, which is that U shape that it makes. Okay, and so what we're looking for here is we're looking at the numbers that are on our x-axis where our parabola crosses, and that would be at -5 and at 1. You can also see that on your table here, when our y values are 0, whatever the x values are, that's your quadratic roots. So right here on our table, we have -5, 0, which is this point, and then we have 1, 0, which is this point here. Okay, so we have -5 and we have 1. So our x-intercepts, you can say x equals, and we have more than 1, so you want to put it in a solution set, so in your squiggle brackets, and you can say -5, 1. And over here where it says solutions, if you want to write that over there, you can, but you don't have to. But that's all you're doing. You're just looking to see where the graph crosses the x-axis. Okay, so on number 2, do the same thing. So on your y equals on your graphing calculator, you want to type that in and then go to second graph to go to the table to get your points. And our points are -2, 9, -1, 4, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 4, and 4, 9. Okay, if you wanted to do this, let's see, hold on. No, that's fine like that. We don't even have to do that. No, don't worry about doing it by hand. You really can just do this one if you have your graphing calculator, and it's so much easier. Okay, so all you have to do here, and we actually can determine what our solution is going to be just by looking at this before we even put it on our graph. Okay, because on our table, when our y is 0, whatever the x value is, that's our solution right there. So we have our solution is going to be 1. So x equals squiggle brackets 1. That's our solution. Okay, so Let's go ahead and graph these points. So we have negative 2, 9, negative 1, 4, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 4, and 4, 9, and then draw your graph. Okay, so notice on this one, our vertex sits directly on the x-axis right here, and that is the reason why we only have one quadratic root. Okay, so it'd be like the one solution. All right, if you go to number 3, so you type it in on your y equals, and let's get our table of points. We have negative 2, negative 11, negative 1, negative 6, 0, negative 3, 1, negative 2, 2, negative 3, 3, negative 6, and 4, negative 11. And guys, the points that we want to fill in on the table, we really just want the points that we can actually graph on here. You don't want to graph, yeah, I know these 2 points, they don't fit on here, but we want to be able to fill in our table. Okay, so you don't want to fill in too many points that you're not going to be able to fit on your graph. Okay, so for this particular one, if you look at the y, do we have any zeros for the y? No, which means that we're probably not going to have a solution, okay, which means that our parabola is probably not going to cross the x-axis. But let's go ahead and graph it and let's see. So we have negative 2, negative 11. That is going to be about right here. We have negative 1, negative 6. We have 0, negative 3. 1, negative 2. 2, negative 3. 3, negative 6, and 4, negative 11. Okay, so notice that our parabola does not cross the x-axis, so this would be a no solution. Okay, all right, flip your paper over to the other side. All right, so number 4. So we want to fill in our table, so type that in on your y equals, go to table. So 2, 0, 3, negative 5, 4, negative 8, 5, negative 9, 6, negative 8, 7, negative 5, and 8, 0. Okay, so then we can already pick out our points right here. We're going to have 2 solutions because it's going to be 2 and 8. So we have x equals, squiggle brackets, 2, 8 is our answer. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph these points. So we have 2, 0, 3, negative 5, 4, negative 8, 5, negative 9, 6, negative 8, 7, negative 5, and 8, 0. It's going to look like this, and these are our 2 points right there, 2 and 8. Okay, on the next one, so type that in. Let's get our table. So we have negative 3, 0, negative 2, 5, negative 1, 8, 0, 9, 1, 8, 2, 5, and 3, 0. Okay, once again, we have 2 because when our y's are 0, what are our x values? We have negative 3, and we have a positive 3. So x equals, squiggle brackets, negative 3 and positive 3. We want to graph our points. Negative 1, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, 9, 1, 8, 2, 5, and 3, 0. And we have -3 and 3. Okay, number 6, type it in. We have -2, -24. We have -1, -9, 0, 0, 1, 3, 2, 0, 3, -9, and 4, -24. Okay, so on this one, we're going to have 0, 0 here and 2, 0. So our quadratic roots, our solution set is going to be 0 and 2. So -2, -24, we're not going to be able to graph that. So -1, -9, 0, 0, 1, 3, 2, 0, 3, -9, and then 4, -24, we're not going to be able to graph. So it's right here. Okay, so it's just going to be those 2 points right there. All right, the last section right here, this is called the discriminant, and this is used to determine the number of solutions without looking at a graph. So used to determine the number of solutions. Okay, the formula for this is b squared minus 4ac. If your d, which is the discriminant, is greater than 0, then that means that there's going to be 2 solutions. If your d is equal to 0, then there's going to be 1 solution. And if your d is less than 0, then there's going to be 0 solutions. Okay, so what we're looking at here are, just remember that the quadratic formula is ax squared plus bx plus c. Sorry, I forgot my x right there. It's ax squared plus bx plus c. That's where the b and the a and the c are coming from, or from this. So on number 7 right here, our b would be the 5. So you say 5 squared minus 4. Our a, since there's not a number there, then it's going to be 1. And our c is 4. So we're solving this. So 5 squared is 25. Over here we have -4 times 1 is -4. And -4 times 4, because you're just multiplying these 3 numbers together right here, is going to equal a -16. To finish this off, we want to subtract. So 25 minus 16 is 9. Okay, so our discriminant is 9. And since 9 is greater than 0, that means we're going to have 2 solutions. So right here, you just put an X on 2 solutions. Okay, on number 8, same thing. So our B is -3. So you say -3. Make sure you put that in parentheses. So -3 squared minus 4 times our A is 1 and our C is 10. You can type that in the calculator just like that if you want to, or you can solve it piece by piece. Either way works. So -3 squared is a +9. -4 times 1 is -4. -4 times 10 is -40. So we have 9 minus 40 is -31. So our discriminant equals -31. Since that is less than 0, that means we're going to have 0 solutions. So on the next one, our B is 10. So 10 squared minus 4 times our A is 1 and our C is 25. 10 squared is 100. -4 times 1 is -4. -4 times 25 is -100. 100 minus 100 is 0. So the discriminant is 0. Okay, 0 equals 0. That means it's going to be 1 solution. Number 10, our B is -4. So we have -4 squared minus 4 times our A is 2. And our C is -3. -4 squared is 16. -4 times 2 is -8, and -8 times -3 is a +24. 16 plus 24 is 40. 40 is greater than 0, so that means we have 2 solutions. 11, our B is -12. Our A is 4, and our C is 9. Negative 12 squared is 144. Negative 4 times 4 is negative 16, and negative 16 times 9 is negative 144. 144 minus 144 is 0. Okay, our discriminant is 0, so that means it's going to be one solution. Last one, our B is 5. Okay, our A is negative 3, and our C is negative 8. 5 squared is 25. Negative 4 times negative 3 is 12, and 12 times negative 8 is negative 96. 25 minus 96 is negative 71. So we have a number that is less than 0, so that means there would be 0 solutions. Okay, all right, so this is quadratic roots.